Hi, this is Gerald Sorensen with Remax Home Group, the cash flow corner here, and the Twin Power Real Estate team. We always talk about investment property, but today we're going to talk about what your largest investment is. For the most people in the United States, their largest investment is the home that they live in. Let's talk about how today's current interest rates can make that largest investment even larger. So remember, the value of your home is based on the market, not whether you have a mortgage on it or not. So it's possible to have more equity in a house that isn't paid for than a house that is paid for. So, we see that all the time. People that have been in houses for 40, 50 years, their values are increasing slowly, where you have newer homes that you could easily have more equity than that, even if it's not paid for. Today's interest rate is crazy. Everybody knows that. You read about it. What's it mean? So I put down some statistics here, or I have some calculations that talk about. Let's just talk about average house in Cedar Falls, maybe for the last 7-10 years. Let's just use the number 175,000. It's a good starter home. It's a good family home. Obviously, there's a lot of those in Cedar Falls. Putting 10% down at today's current interest rate. Now, I've seen interest rates at 2.5. I've seen them lower than 2.5, but I'm going to use an average of 2.75 for a 30-year mortgage. The payment's about $643, so just under $650. Okay, and that's just payment, principal, and interest. That does not include tax or insurance. Of course, those are things that you have to pay as well. So typically escrowed. What would that house payment be at an older interest rate? So it wasn't that long ago. I mean, it doesn't seem like that long ago. It 15-20 years ago, where interest rates were probably average more like 7%. So I just went to 6%. So that same house, if you bought that today at 6%, it would cost you $944. So about $300 average. That's money that you would have spent on the same house, the same asset, not getting you any more value for that asset, and just money that you would have spent in interest. So of course, most interest is tax deductible, but we all know how the tax system is changing, and those rules are getting less and less relevant. So what can I do with that $300, right? So if you said, hey, yeah, let's look at that 6% interest rate, I could have spent $950 on that house. That would have been fine. That same amount on a house today would be $257,000. So versus $175. So if today's interest rates, you can get about $80,000 more house than you could back with the old interest rates, and that's spending the same amount of money. So let's just look at another quick scenario with a $360,000 house, which is what a lot of new homes are starting at. At 2.75, you're at $1,325. And then if interest rates would happen to go up, if we got back to 6%, that same house is going to be about $1,950. So keep that in mind. Your home is your biggest investment, so make sure it is being protected and you have the biggest investment you can get. Thank you.